Okay, I'm going to call the meeting to order. This is the Planning Board meeting for the Borough of Oradell. It's Tuesday, February 3rd. It's 7:32. And can I ask for a roll call, please?
Mr. Hines.
Here.
Councilman Kelly.
Here.
Mayor Coe.
Here.
Mr. Scasiola.
Here.
Mr. Darian.
Here.
And Mr. Clegg.
Here. Mr. Darian, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Sure. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. First agenda is to approve the planning board minutes for January 6th, 2026. Everybody get a chance to take a look at those?
I did.
Any changes, any comments? And I would ask for a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion we approve the minutes of January 6th, 2026.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, no correspondence. Well, maybe I'll get to it in committee reports. We'll move to committee reports, subdivision, site drainage, and soil moving. That, I believe, is Mr. Darian.
Right. Yes, Mr. Chairman, I have nothing new to report.
Business, building, and signage.
That's Mr. Kang. He's not here. I was on the committee last year. I guess I'll still do it this year. We've had no new applications.
Regional planning coordination. I believe that's Mayor Coe.
Thank you, Chairman. So a little later in the agenda, we're going to go into close to get an update from our Affordable Housing Council and our planners on where we're at with our obligation and moving towards meeting the next deadline in the process of March 15th. There will be ordinances coming before the board. It's going to be a tight schedule. I think we figured how to do this without a special meeting, but we may need a special meeting of the board between now and March 15th. But I think the council is the one that has to have the special meeting. I think the board actually works out. But we'll get updated on that process and closed. That's all I have, Chairman.
Thank you, Mayor. Zoning. I don't have anything to report on zoning. I know that the mayor and council work at evaluating, combining planning and zoning boards. I did want to pick up on some conversation last meeting regarding the planning board and how we operate the planning board. I asked for the bylaws to be distributed to the board. I hope everybody got them. And what I would ask is for everyone to review those over the next couple of weeks. I think we'll find answers to many of the questions we had at the last meeting on how we conduct these meetings and who chairs them, especially around applications. You'll see some of the bylaws speak to why we have committees and why we're structured the way we are. And so I would ask you to review those and to think about how we might want to change the planning board as we go forward. We may not have to change the bylaws, but if we do, the board can change the bylaws. We just have to have a unanimous vote on that. But take a look at that, and we'll make that an agenda item for next month. Master plan, open space, environmental, and circulation systems, Mr. Darian.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I have nothing new to report.
Thank you. And historical preservation, Councilman Kelly.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I did attend the historical meeting last night. There was really nothing pertinent or relevant to this board, and the council liaison will report to the main council next week.
Thank you, Councilman. Old business?
Chairman, just one thing, since you touched on it, the Joint Land Use Board, it's going to be on the council's agenda on Tuesday for discussion. I think once that discussion happens, the council will be in a position where they can decide that they would like to move that process forward, or it doesn't make sense to move that process forward. But I think that final ability to discuss whether or not this is something that makes sense for us will occur at our meeting next Tuesday night.
Great. I've taken the time to take a look at many of the municipalities around Oradell and Bergen County and looked at their meetings. Many of them have joint boards, and they seem to, towns of our size and larger seem to work very well. So in the meantime, we'll become very familiar with our bylaws, and we'll be in a position to move either way.
Yeah, by way of that discussion, I guess I would extend an invitation to both yourself and Chairman Centeniello of the Zoning Board. I'll make sure that gets to both of you in writing to attend next Tuesday's meeting if you care to. And
Be happy to.
This way, if there are discussions that would include both of you or questions that would be asked of you, everybody's in the same place to have a meaningful discussion.
Very good. Be happy to.
So just follow up with that. I am the council liaison to the zoning board, and I believe last week the zoning board was scheduled to meet. I was at another meeting in this building, but I believe that there was another issue with not having a quorum at the zoning board. So I don't know so they did not meet, I guess. So just some more, I'm not sure at the backstory that was there, but
Okay.
some more
Thank you.
thought.
Any new business?
Mr. Chairman, I have some old business.
Oh, I said all business. You
Yeah,
missed it.
I missed it, but I'd like
But we'll go back,
to thank you.
of course.
Our last meeting, we talked about how we would run the planning board in terms of the role of the chairman versus the role of a subcommittee chair in managing applications. Historically, the planning board had Mr. Carnival was responsible for subdivision, site drainage, and soil moving, where most of our applications came, and as that subcommittee chair, he managed the flow of the meeting. And we were discussing pros and cons with whether the chair of the planning board should run the entire meeting similar to the zoning board or keep it the current process. So I did some research. I just wanted to quickly highlight what I found, and I know that this may be helpful, maybe not be helpful, but when we look at our bylaws, just keep this in mind. So what I found is that regardless of what we do, the bottom line is the planning board chairman is the presiding officer of the board. So calling for votes, procedural issues, no matter what happens, the planning board chair is always the presiding officer. What we do currently with the planning board is for applications, allow a subcommittee member to control the application. And the reason that planning boards do that is because it relieves the pressure on the chair, on you, so that you can do other things. You can monitor how the meeting is being run, and the subcommittee chair manages the application, manages the testimony, manages the back and forth, the swearing in, etc. of the applicant. It also allows for that subcommittee chair to be more of an expert on that particular type of applications, and it frees up the load in terms of running their meetings. In terms of a comparison between which is better, in terms of procedures, the subcommittee chair generally is considered better than having it being run by the planning board chair, because the hearings are faster, there's less repetition and explanation. There are some risks where you have two people at one time maybe running the show, and you don't know the roles of who should take control of the meeting. In terms of consistency and fairness, having the planning board chairman be responsible for running the entire meeting is more advantageous because it's more consistent than having a chair and then having a subcommittee chair, and there may be differences, and some people may feel that they weren't given equitable treatment. In terms of legal defensibility, I'm not an attorney, Mr. Gibling, but generally, I think it's the planning board chairman is beneficial because it's a cleaner record. You have the authority, and there's less vulnerability by having someone else contradict how the meeting is being run by the planning board chair. In terms of board member engagement, it's pretty much equal. It really doesn't matter who manages the flow of the meeting in terms of how board members engage. In terms of chair workload and burnout, having a subcommittee chair do the work definitely makes it easier on you because you don't have to worry about the entire meeting, running everything. There is a hybrid model. It's kind of like the best of both worlds, where the planning board chair runs the meeting, runs the applicants, but once the applicant is sworn in, then the subcommittee chair kind of takes over regarding, expert witnesses and making sure that all the testimony has been reviewed, and then before the next expert is called, so on and so forth. So, but generally that's kind of done on an ad hoc basis as needed with applications. So as an example, if we're going to have a large application that requires many meetings, then it might be beneficial to have a subcommittee chair run the daily back and forth. Where if there's an applicant who's probably going to be reviewed in one evening, then it's not really needed to have the subcommittee chair do it. So that's what I found. And I also have some suggested bylaw language if we ever decide to make changes. So that's all. I think at our last meeting, we said we'd look into it, and I just reporting back what I found. So,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Darian. I would reiterate, we need to really look at the bylaws and understand them. I think everything you said is allowed for in the bylaws. However, it's pretty specific as to the chairman running the meeting. Not that we don't stick to the way we're doing it, but I also think about the applicant, and there always seems to me a lot of confusion on who they're posing questions or presenting to. So let's all review the bylaws. Let's think about everything Greg said. Maybe you could send that out to the board.
Sure.
And let's make it an agenda item for the next meeting to discuss. Okay, any other old business? Any new business? Then with that, I'll open it to the public.
Good evening, everyone. Paul Atsunas from beautiful Beverly Road, and the first home of Walter Schirra and Walter Schirra Jr. On the planning board and how it should be run, I still maintain that I think that the chairman should run the meeting. And if there is an application that the person that is dealing with it on the board, on a subcommittee, should be able to do part of it, but only with the chairman projecting and controlling the conversation. I don't think that a subcommittee person should control the conversation. I think the chairman should control the conversation. On another topic tonight that I wanted to say is that I know I asked for the planning board to take up Mr. Dressler's suggestion on the having the commercial an ordinance for commercial properties to have storefronts, and I would hope that something would have been said by the planning board. I wonder if it has been taken to the mayor and council. Please forward it. I think it's a very good thing for us, so we don't have to see brick walls on Kidderminster Road. Other subjects, I got this Oradell Ion Opus thing message, from the superintendent, and there is something there that said, "Did you know?" And the fact came up that we had 700 and I believe 90 students, and the most we ever had was 977. So I think we have room for 187 more students. But I don't know how it was at the time. So I'm really concerned about affordable housing and how that's going to affect our public schools. And I think that should be also taken up on our planning board and working together with the education people. The other thing, what is this? The other thing is I wanted to, what was the other thing I wanted to say? Anyway, the other, another thing that came up, I got an email yesterday about Walter Sherrard Park. And it seems that somebody is in charge of putting in something and suggesting 3 rockets. And he placed it on the site of the plan where we have our gazebo there. So I think that maybe we should consider, and I don't know if the planning board does this, in rescaping Sherrard Park. In other words, also maybe at the time that we could do that, we could also fix the roads there that lead in and have a straight road come in instead of having to go around on that other road to get it to the post office. So I don't know if if the planning board does that, planning for new roads and parks and recreation.
I don't know anything about the rockets.
Well, they have the 3, the Apollo, the...
Someone's been proposing to put a statue of Wally Sherrard because it's Sherrard, Mayor and Council.
Well, it's not. It's actually 3 rockets. I saw a picture of it, a drawing. It was on the email thing. It was the three rockets that he was on: Apollo, Mercury, and what was the other one? There was another one too. There's 3 of them. So I don't know. If you have anything to do with that. So I just wanted to inform you about that. Oh, the other thing that I just remembered. I was also at the meeting of the last meeting of the zoning board, and the only people were there. There was no quorum. It was just Mr. Devine, myself, and the construction official here, and that's the way it went. So we have to try to get some more people to come to the meetings. And I don't know if anything's going to be done about removing some people that don't come to the meetings. And I was thinking about that too. And I know that's the mayor's position there, what he's going to do with that. That's his area. So that's all I have to say tonight. And
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm going to close the public comment. I just want to note that on my desk is the schedule for our planning board meetings for 2026. We always meet on the first Tuesday of the month, except for in June and in November, which we'll meet on Wednesday because of primary and election day. But it's here, and I'm sure it was in the package that was sent out. And also, I see the planning board meeting calendar invite went out, as we discussed at the last meeting, as a means to kind of get everybody to understand that they're going to be able to join us. And we got 9 accepted, 3 didn't. Vince was one of them that didn't, Mr. Scalcione, but he's here. So.
And I didn't get an invite.
Oh, you didn't get the email, so?
She emailed it. Have you been getting your emails?
I've been getting, actually, there's an email I get that's like kind of seems like spam, where I have like dozens of them.
Yeah, it might have went into
Want to talk to the
spam.
borough
maybe.
clerk and try to straighten it out.
Yeah, look, the point was not to put you on the spot, Vince. I didn't mean to do that. This may be a good method to assure that we're going to have a quorum, and we can also keep track of who's coming and who's not. So we did talk about that at the last meeting. So with that, I'd ask for a motion to go into closed session.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.